are on the front row together as we await the 5 red lights for one final time in the ground effect era. 5 lights on. It's 5 lights out, and away we go on the run down towards turn number 1. Seems to be an even start from the top 2. They got away quite evenly. Under pressure now. Invade from the Alpine of Arrow. In towards turn number 1 we go. It's side by side. 3 abreast through the opening corners of the racetrack. Contact momentarily between the Alpine and the Haas. Side by side they go. Ollie Bean into second. Invade down to third. Arrow stayed in fourth on the rundown towards turn number 4. And Arrow's looking to get involved in battle. Here is around at the back goes a Haas of SK1 as well as the Sauber of Nuki Boy. As through turn number 4 we go, and through 5 and turn number 6, and Ollie Bean's on the outside. It's side by side between the second and third, and Ollie Bean almost off the track as Invade back up in the second place, but there is a major gap. It's down the inside goes WHF Arrow on the Aston Martin, and Arrow in the tier 3 championship leader is up into third place, side by side through the downhill double left of turn 9 and turn number 10. Round the outside goes Arrow, and into the podium place is almost contact between Lewis and Ollie Bean, almost wheel hooking there. Ollie Bean, who was P2 at the exit of turn 1, is now side by side for P5. Down the inside goes Ollie Bean on Lewis in the Racing Bulls. Lewis does have to back out of it, but now here comes MB round the outside at turn number 12. It will then be the outside for 13, but Lewis late on the brakes on the inside at turn 13, and the battle could almost be over. But there's a major moment there for the Racing Bulls, and the battles are going to continue towards the end of the lap. Side by side they go between the Racing Bulls and the Sauber. MB v Lewis almost off the road goes the kick Sauber. Down the main straight we go, and DZ Racer leads by 9/10 of a second. But the race leaders are to do battle. Down the main straight we go towards turn 1. DZ Racer is trying to defend this one, and the top 2 are side by side, and the top 2 have changed positions, and Invade takes the lead of the Bahrain Grand Prix. As for towards turn number 1 we go once again. It is side by side contact, and round goes the Racing Bulls almost, as on the inside goes Kimi ahead of MB, and round goes the Sauber almost now. Massive wobble, massive save, and the Sauber's down into P9 after contact with Kimi Talia Antonelli. As side by side they go. MB and Raheem. Raheem from last is up into 9th. Standing all the while side by side between Craig and Dubsy, and Dubsy late on the brakes on the inside, tries it. Craig leaves a lot of room to be respectful, and now on the exit of turn number 2 through turn 3 on the run down to turn 4, and just Ferrari McLaren and almost onto the sandy side of the track. As now running outside, MB is going to try on Craig Conley. Craig Conley trying to leave the room, and contact, and into the gravel goes the kick Sauberman, and Craig Conley is also sent tumbling down the order as well. Contact between MB and Craig, and a round. Oh my god, around goes Arrow. Round goes Arrow. Along with someone else. It's Raheem as well. Oh my god. So was that side by side? It was side by side between the Red Bull and the Racing Bulls. And there is contact. And Red Bull does get through ahead of the Racing Bulls. But I do not think at all, if I was a Racing Bulls driver, I would not be happy of how the Red Bull has got through there. Just completely pushed the pass. Them on the run now towards turn number 11. Will Arrow try and fight this one, or will Kimi go for an audacious send? He will play patient, but this will hamper all of his 2-stop progress. But now side by side off the road Kimi went maybe in a little bit of a shock to just react to Arrow, who's trying to fight this, but just the superior grip on the newer tyres, and Kimi is able to get by Arrow. Dubsy on the rundown towards turn number 9, turn number 10. Will he go for a lunge down the inside? Yes, he will. Front lock up from Arrow. Down the inside goes Dubsy with a lovely dive bomb move to take P11. A lovely move. Is that Lanky? I think getting close to the rear of Nuki Boy into turn number 1, and down the inside goes Lanky, one of our former race winners last season, side by side through 1 and then through 2, but pulls clear at turn number 2. But now Nuki Boy will get the DRS. No, he won't. Lanky will get the DRS, but he's going to continue to drain our battery, and will we see a lunge to the inside? No, he won't. He's maybe going to try and do audacious move around the outside, try the old switcheroo on the exit of turn number 4 on the run down towards turn 5 and turn 6, and Nuki Boy is having to stay behind the Mercedes of Lanky. As down the main straight we go, and Scones is using his battery. He is using his battery, and is he going to really defend this one? I don't think he is. I think he's just realised he's going to turn off the battery, and down the inside at turn number 1, and through goes the Haas through turn 1 through turn 2. Is he going to fight this one? No, he's not. He is going to fight this one, defending the inside. Second and third in the Grand Prix are side by side, and right around the outside to take the place goes Invade, and that is a lovely move. We're going to focus on Ollie Bean now on the rundown towards turn number 4. Ollie Bean is gaining. Is he going to make the lunge around the outside? Surely not, right around the outside to take third place in the Grand Prix. Side by side on using the battery. Side by side through 5. Side by side through 6. Scones goes deep on the brakes, fending off the Aston Martin. That's lovely defensive driving by Scones, but then they remain side by side through turn number 8. Ollie Bean going to try right around the outside at turn number 8. And the camera angle has done that phenomenal justice. What a move by Ollie Bean. What a camera shot by the TV directors. That limits and say third and fourth could do battle into towards turn number 1, and DZ Racers surely not going to go right around the outside at turn number 1. Really deep on the brakes, but then has it side by side for turn 2. Picks up a 3 second for track limits and almost contact then as the Racing Bulls looks to chop off the Sauber, and the Sauber's now got by DZ Racer, and DZ Racer's now driving the 5th, and now maybe going to try for the old cutback on the pair of them as they go side by side, not watching where the Red Bull is going, as DZ Racer is now down into 5th place instead of gaining a place. He's lost 1 place. We lost 2 places there. Passes up in this Grand Prix, and they're side by side. Almost tried to chop across the inside of the Sauber there, but down on the inside goes the kick Sauber. Man, we've got God, sorry. Side by side between the Sauber and the Aston Martin, and Ollie Bean has got to concede the place there as DZ Racer goes off the road. That could be a track limit warning, and into the rear. Into the rear of the Aston Martin goes the Red Bull driver, and Ollie Bean being punted in the rear by DZ Racer. That caught me so off guard. They're so late on the brakes. Side by side, more contact there. And if the contact model was realistic, then DZ Racer would have been spun around. We'll watch from the rear of the kick Sauber. On the inside goes the Red Bull driver, and finally into second place in the race. It has been coming for a long while, but the Red Bull driver is finally through. I'll turn to that battle. Look at this, 3 cars squabbling within a matter of meters. 3 abreast down the main straight. Lanky's on the inside, and look at this, squeezed to the wall. That reminds you of something. Remember last season, the Tier 1 in Bahrain, side by side, Alpine, Sauber, Mercedes. But Mercedes last season in Tier 1, it was Mercedes on the inside. But now on the rundown towards turn number 4, yellow flags are out, into the wall goes the Alpine. Side by side, these two will remain side by side between the Mercedes and the kick Sauber. Side by side through 5, through 6. The Alpine is in the wall, and the Sauber is behind, and the Mercedes is ahead. But on the run now towards turn number 8, Yuki Boy is going to look around the outside, then maybe try the old switcheroo on the exit of turn number 8. On the run now towards turn number 9, turn number 10, Yuki Boy finally backs out of it, and Arrow is now last. As a side by side and around the outside goes Lewis with a lovely manoeuvre. Around the outside to the inside, as Ollie Bean in the background as well, looking to make a move as well. Scones does concede that place, and we've seen 2 moves in a matter of meters between Lewis and Sci-Fi, and Ollie Bean and Scones and Dub Z. And side by side, oh no! What's happened there? Ollie Bean went late on the brakes and made contact with the side pod of Dub Z. Late on the brakes went the Aston Martin, and Ollie Bean, who was staring at P8, is now going to finish very low in the order. Some more yellow flags around. Dub Z's in the wall, and there's your safety car. Back the field up. When will DZ Racer put the foot to the floor? We have got 2 laps of racing to decide the Bahrain Grand Prix. Red Bull have got the advantage, and Haas has got the faster, fresher tyres, but the plan for Red Bull is underway. Towards turn number 1 we go, and Kimi Dalivantinelli is gaining. He's going on the inside, and the Red Bull is going to do battle with the Haas, and the Red Bull late on the brakes. Kimi on the inside, side by side with Invade. Can he get the move? No, he can't. Now MB will try and get the move. Raheem was a 10-second for speeding in the pit lane, as now we climb the hill towards turn number 4, and DZ Racer continues to lead this Grand Prix. Invade's getting close, but not close enough on the outside. Kimi late on the brakes to keep the place on MB. Now Summers has all contact between the top 2, and it through goes MB, side by side with Summers. Almost off the road goes Summers. Summers taking evasive action off the road. Contact between Invade and DZ Racer, and Invade's up in the 3rd, and MB up into MB down to 3rd. MB up into 2nd, Invade down to 3rd. As Kimi Dalivantinelli now leads the Grand Prix. On the inside goes Invade, side by side. Invade takes the lead of the race. Incredible. Diving on the inside. The double move. The double bubble. Invade takes the lead of the Bahrain Grand Prix with 1 and a bit to go, as MB and Summers going side by side for second, for net second in the Grand Prix, for third on the road, as side by side they did go, and MB keeps the place. Godzilla's fighting for a podium. The pole sitters down into 6th. SK is on the rear now of DZ Racers. DZ Racers now under pressure from the Haas towards the final corner. On the inside goes the Haas, not close enough. Wide goes Summers. And now this is the start as we go onto the final lap of this race. And MB is going to set off the invade. As on the inside, MB will go. He's got the move. DC Summers as well is on the inside. Oh! Almost contact between the rear of the Aston Martin and the Red Bull. Side by side they go round the outside. What's going on here in Bahrain? Almost contact, sliding away off the road goes Kimi. MB goes through, rejoining the track. That's oh no! Into the wall goes Godzilla, and through goes MB, and DZ Racers suddenly back up in the form. It's going to be 2 Hasses on the podium. It is an absolute brawl. It's a demolition derby here in the final laps in Tier 2. DZ Racer can now pull away from the cars behind, and Invade has absolutely checked out. Kimi still on the podium somehow, as SK1 on the final lap has made moves. He's now he's on the podium after penalties are going to be applied, as on the rundown towards the final couple of corners. Yellow flags are out for Raheem, who has just exited the pit lane. Side by side between this. It's an absolute brawl here in Bahrain, and Craig Conley out of nowhere up into 8th, down into 9th. Through goes Lanky in the Mercedes, and up in the 7th, rally outside. Oh my word, what a move by the Mercedes, past the Red Bull, up in the 7th place. But you've now got to look to the front. You've got to look to the man which has kept his cool head. He had contact, he's been in the war tracks, he's been in the duels, but in the Kingdom of Bahrain, it's a perfect start. It's P1 for Haas. Invade wins the Bahrain Grand Prix ahead of MB. SK1 makes it 2 Hasses on the podium. Haas and Sauber, you are having a wonderful start to the season. MB takes 2nd, Yuki takes 4th, Lanky, what a recovery in P5. Craig Conley as well in P6, Godzilla in 7th, D Summers, who had the podium set, finishes in 8th, DZ Racer in 9th, Repulsor to Kimi in 10th, Lewis in 11th, Scones in 12th, Ollie Bean in 13th, Sunze in 14th, Sci-Fi Mega Hype in 15th, from Raheem will round off the order. But what a duel in the Kingdom of Bahrain.